Something was seriously wrong with J-Boy's new wife. She never ate food, never slept at night, and her skin, it was always wet. But the day J-Boy looked in the mirror and saw that she had no shadow, that's when he finally knew he had married a demon. This is how a Yahoo boy played himself. Let me tell you a story. Now listen carefully, because this is Lagos in 2023, the city where hustle never takes a day off, where scammers wake up at noon and slept at 4 p.m. and where Jideofor Mbakwe, known to everyone as J-Boy, ruled like a king. Not just any king, the Yahoo boy of Lagos. Imagine a man who owns the night, 6 feet 2 inches tall, with skin that looked like it had been kissed by the sun every day for a decade, eyes that changed color with his mood, brown when he was cool, gold when he counted his millions. His swagger, it made traffic light turn green as he walked past. Even street hawkers stopped to watch. Every day, J-Boy lived like a movie. Wake up late, after sun was high enough to burn your face, brush his teeth with crystal champagne. Yes, you heard me right. Champagne. Sip Dom Perignon like water. Then sit down with 7 laptops lined up like soldiers. His fingers moved like magic spells.
Hello, my love. I am Dr. Williams from the UK.
He said,
My wife died in plane crash, and I need $50,000. So claim my inheritance.
Money flowed in like river water. Girls lined up like they were queuing for free rice. Life was perfect until destiny swiped right. Now hear me. Destiny's profile was suspiciously too perfect. Her photos only taken in nightclubs and beaches, never in a daylight. Her bio, heiress to oil fortune, seeking true love. Her skin, sometimes it glowed with a strange blue tint, but J-Boy thought it was just a filter. Their first video call, she accidentally kept her face turned away. Only her long, wavy hair and a pic of her collarbone showed. Wait, collarbone? Where those scales? J-Boy laughed to himself.
Hey, damn. This girl is so pretty. Even her collarbone is so cute.
But deep down, something didn't feel right. The first warning sign, when J-Boy asked to meet Destiny.
Let's meet at midnight, bad bitch. The water calms me.
The night of their date came. J-Boy rode up in his black Mercedes G-Wagon. G-Guard, as we normally call it, shining under the moonlight like a dark jewel. Destiny appeared like a goddess from the sea. A white dress clung to her body like flowing water, shimmering, alive. When she slipped a gold ring onto his finger, J-Boy barely noticed the ancient Igbo inscriptions written on the ring. My, capital My. That night, J-Boy's word cracked. His mother woke up screaming. Hey, my son. She dreamed of a woman with girls singing outside their door, of her son drowning underwater, mouth full of pearls. She called J-Boy trembling. My son, that ring. Yes, I mean that ring in your finger. That ring is a marriage contract with Mami Water. Pull it with shaking voice and shaking body. J-Boy laughed. The woman is shaking. But guess what? J-Boy laughed it off.
Mama. Now wow. Which one is this one? Mama, stop this village superstition, though. She just rich babe. Now what for now, these village women?
But deep down, J-Boy felt something cold creeping inside him. What was this power she held over him? Why did his dreams twist into nightmares? Why did the water seem to call his name every night? Days passed. J-Boy's fortune exploded beyond belief. Money flowed like a river. Girls lined up like they wanted to be queen of his kingdom. But every night at exactly 3:33 a.m., his bedroom mirror trembled and her voice whispered,
You belong to me. You belong to me. You belong to me.
One night, Jebo tried to remove the ring, but it wouldn't come off. He burned his finger. He looked into the mirror and saw her standing behind him, her eyes glowing like fire beneath the ocean, her hair flowing like black silk in water. She smiled, but it was a smile that chilled his blood. Let me ask you, if someone gave you everything you ever wanted, but took your soul in exchange, would you take the deal or run? Stay with me because of this story is just the beginning. Let's look at it. Now, if you thought Jboy's story ended there, are about to find out how real love can actually be and deadly it can get. Jidenfor Mbakwe, Jboy to the street, was no ordinary scammer. He was a man who lived by his own rules. Lagos was his playground, but after meeting Destiny, everything changed. She wasn't just a beautiful woman, let me tell you, with a mystery. Destiny was a force, a tide pulling him deeper than the ocean itself. Let me describe her so that you will know how this girl is. She stood at about 5 feet, 5.78 feet, graceful and tight, like a queen walking out of a dream. Her skin, smooth, dark as polished ebony, but with a strange shimmer, like moonlight of water. Her hair, long waves of jet black that fell past her waist, smelling faintly of salt and jasmine. Her eyes, deep green but sometimes flickering to blue when she was angry or sad. Her nose was sharp, proud and pointed. Her lips, full and always coiled with a secret smile. And her tummy, flat toned, like she spent hours dancing in the ocean's embrace. There was something otherworldly about her, like she belongs to two worlds. Jboy couldn't resist. He was hooked. But love with Destiny came with its own rules. No food, no sunlight, no public places. She was always wet. Even when she said she hadn't been in the water, her skin smelled of the ocean, salty, fresh, and a little dangerous. One night, Jboy asked, why don't you eat with me? Why no sunlight? She looked at him with these strange flickering eyes and said softly,
The sea feeds me. The sun burns me. The world is not safe for me.
Her voice was like a song, beautiful but full of warning. And Jboy, he was ready to risk it all. But danger was closer than he thought. One evening, as Lagos nightlife buzzed outside his Lekki mansion, Jboy's phone rang. It was his best friend, Tunde. Tunde was the only man who knew everything about Jboy's scams and about Destiny. Tunde's voice was shaky.
Jboy, you better listen. I have been hearing things people are talking about. They say your new wife isn't just rich. She is dangerous. There are stories about Mami Water spirit everywhere, trapping men, stealing their souls.
Jboy laughed.
Hey, nah. So you don't behave like my mama? That's how my mama called me the other day and was telling me about one stupid dream. Nah, what is it now, boy? You don't behave like local village champion, no.
But the laughter was shallow.
Mami Watake, spirity from where to where? Tunde, you watch too many Nollywood movies, he said.
But Tunde wasn't done.
Man, this isn't Nollywood, though. There is a whole world you don't understand. You need to be careful, though.
That night, Jboy couldn't sleep. His mind raced with memories of Destiny. Her wet skin, the midnight meetings by the water, her whispered promises. He stood in front of the mirror again, and for the first time, he saw it clearly. Her reflection didn't cast a shadow. The next day, Jboy confronted Destiny. Why no shadow? Why the ring that wouldn't come off? What are you? She looked at him sadly. I am a child of the sea, bound by ancient magic. The ring is our bond. If you break it, you break me. But if you keep it, you belong to me. Jboy's heart pounded. The voice was his, stay and lose himself, or run and lose her forever. For a moment, Lagos felt like a cage built with love and fear. Then, as the sun dipped below the skyline, Destiny took J-Boy's hand. "Come," she whispered. They drove to Bar Beach. The waves crashed louder than ever. The wind whipped Destiny's hair around her face, and then she dove into the water. J-Boy watched, frozen. The water wrapped around her like a lover. She disappeared beneath the surface, and moments later rose with glowing eyes and a smile that made his blood run cold. "Do you still want to be with me? Do you still want to be with me?" she asked. J-Boy swallowed hard. Whatever it takes. That night, as Lagos slept, J-Boy felt the sea inside him, a call he couldn't ignore. Let me ask you, have you ever been so in love you risk everything? Your family, your future, your very own soul. J-Boy was already too deep in the ocean's grip, but the biggest storm that was still coming. You know, Lagos doesn't sleep. Even when the rain pours and the city's street flood, the hustle never stops. But J-Boy, he was stuck, caught between two worlds, one foot in fleshy and money-chasing street, the other dragged deep into the mysterious ocean of Destiny's past. The next morning after the Bar Beach night, Lagos woke up to heavy downpour. J-Boy sat in his Lekki mansion, staring at the ring on his finger, like it glistened like a trap. He couldn't stop thinking, who really was Destiny? And more importantly, what did she want from him? J-Boy decided to get answers. He met with Tunde, his trusted friend and the only one who dared question Destiny. "Bro," Tunde said, lighting his cigarette, "you are playing with fire. Bro, you are playing with fire. You are playing with fire," he repeated himself. "You need to know her story. Real story." J-Boy nodded. "Nah, what is it? Oya, tell me everything." Tunde took a deep breath. "There's a legend, a story passed down to generations in the river communities outside Lagos about Mami Water, the water spirit who seduced men with beauty and power, trapped their souls forever. Destiny's family, they are from that world. Non-Lagos, you know." J-Boy coughed, but a cold chill ran down his spine. "Sounds like folklore, Tunde," he said. "Tunde, this sounds like folklore." Tunde leaned closer. This isn't folklore for the people living by the water. It is real, oh. And they say the ring is a chain. Breaking it could mean death for either of you." J-Boy laughed. But this time, nervously. "Then how do I get out?" Tunde shook his head. "Maybe you don't, but you can survive if you play smart." J-Boy left that meeting with a pounding head and a heavy heart. Days passed. Destiny stayed quiet. Her wet skin still glistened, her green eyes darker than ever. One evening, she pulled himself close. "J-Boy," she whispered, voice soft like the waves. "There are things about me you don't understand. Things I wish I could tell you." He looked into her eyes, searching for truth. "Tell me," she sighed. "I am bound to deceive by a promise my mother made long time ago. My father was human like you, but the sea is a jealous lover." J-Boy swallowed hard. "So this cause?" "No," she said, shaking her head. "It's love, but love that's dangerous. If I stay on land too long, I lose my strength. If I leave you, the sea will take me back. And if you try to leave me..." She didn't finish that. J-Boy knew it wasn't just about love, it was survival for both of them. Then came the night Lagos changed everything. J-Boy was at a club with friends, laughing, flashing money, living the dream. But his phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Let her go or Lagos will swallow you whole." Confused and scared, Jebo showed Destiny. Her face went pale, more human than he ever seen her. "They know," she whispered. "Who?" he demanded. "The people who hunt my kind, the ones who want to break the bond and use the power for themselves." Jebo realized the stakes. This wasn't just about a cursed love, it was a battle for control. Lagos, with all its glitz and grime, was about to become their battlefield. But Jebo, he was ready to fight. He looked at Destiny and said, if I'm going down, I'm going down with you." She smiled, a real smile, fragile but fierce. "Then we fight. Let me ask you, when everything you love turns against you, when trust is the only weapon left, how far would you go to protect it?" Lagos was drenched that night, not just by rain, but by secrets ready to drown a man's soul. Jebo stood at the edge of his terrace, the city light blurred by the storm. His heart was heavier than the skies. Destiny was no longer just a mystery. She was a warning, a promise, a danger. After the message from the unknown enemy, things changed fast. Jebo's once carefree world of designer suits and flashy cars became a chessboard of shadows and whispers. His phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Threats, warnings, mysterious calls. "Let her go. Let her go. You don't know what you are dealing with. She is not who she says she is." Jebo's friends tried to pull him back into the normal Lagos life, but Jebo, he was already drowning. One evening, Destiny appeared at his door, soaked and trembling, eyes wild. "They are coming for us. They are coming for us." Jebo grabbed his keys with fight. They drove through the rain-soaked streets of Lagos. Lights flickered, shadows locked. At Bar Beach, the place where it all began, they met their fate. Figures emerged from the fog, men dressed in traditional river clothes, face painted with white patterns, eyes cold and ruthless. The hunters. Destiny's voice trembled. They want the ring. Without it, I'm powerless. Jebo tightened his grip on her hand. "No way!" A fight broke out, more than just fists. It was a destiny, a clash of words. Destiny sang softly, a haunting melody that stirred the waters. The sea rose in waves, wrapping around them like a shield. But the hunters were relentless. Jebo took a blow to the ribs, pain shooting through him. But he stood firm. He wasn't just fighting for money or status anymore. He was fighting for love. In the chorus, Destiny's ring began to glow, bright, fury, and ancient. Suddenly, the sea split open. A finger rose from the depths, a majestic woman with eyes like storms and hair glowing like the tiles. "Enough!" Her voice thundered. The hunters froze and the storm stilled. The woman looked at Destiny and J-Boy. "You have chosen well, but the bond is not yet broken." J-Boy felt the weight of Destiny on his shoulders. This was bigger than Lagos, bigger than scams or riches. This was about survival of love, soul, and truth. Destiny turned to him, whispering, "You must decide to stay with me and face the ocean forever, or live and live with the memory." J-Boy looked at the city skyline one last time. His home, his world, and then back to Destiny, the woman who had stolen his heart and maybe his soul. He smiled. "I'm not done." But the ocean's pull was stronger than ever, and just when you think it's over, the ring shattered, leaving J-Boy standing alone in the rain. He can't escape. What happened next? Would J-Boy survive the course of the sea? Would Destiny's love save him or destroy him? Please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Some love stories end with a kiss, but this one, it ends with a sacrifice. Let's take you back to that night. The night J-Boy chose love over logic. The night the ocean came calling for its own. He was soaked, bleeding, breathless, but holding Destiny's hand like his life depends on it, because it did. The spirit woman, Mami Nkiru, stood tall above the sea foam, her eyes glowing blue like lightning trapped inside an ocean. She looked at them, You broke the law of tithes, she said. Now one of you must stay. J-Boy didn't blink. I'll do it. Destiny grasped. No, don't. You don't understand what staying means. But J-Boy, he did. It meant giving up his Lagos life, his scam empire, his mansion, his friends, his freedom. He wouldn't belong to the sea forever. That's when something shifted. Destiny turned to Mami Nkiru, her voice shaking. Let him go. Take me instead. J-Boy shouted, no! Destiny, you can't. But she was already stepping into the waves. The water wrapped around her ankles like it missed her. You've always belonged here, Mami Nkiru said gently. Destiny smiled sadly, looking at J-Boy one last time. Some women are born for sacrifice, and some men are born to remember them. And just like that, she was gone. The sea swallowed her like she never existed. The ring on J-Boy's hand, it cracked, then vanished. Silence. Only the waves remained mocking him. He fell to his knees, the Yahoo king of Lagos, defeated by love. You see, some people chase wealth, power, influence, but in the end, it's the one who give everything for love that truly live or die trying. Aftermath. 3 months later, J-Boy vanished from the Lagos scene. No more like club show-offs, no more fake foreign accents, no more flexing on Instagram. Rumors spread like wildfire. He ran mad. EFCC caught him. He joined ritualists. He drowned in Bar Beach. But the truth, he changed. He left Lekki, moved to a small house near Badagry, close to the ocean, started helping fishermen and funding schools. No more scams, just silence and memory. Every evening at exactly 12 a.m., he walks barefoot into the water and whispers her name, Destiny. Some nights, the villagers say they hear a woman singing far out of sea. Other nights, they see a G-Wagon floating on the water with no one inside. They say love is blind, but J-Boy, he saw clearly when it was too late. So I asked you again, if love asked you for your soul, would you give it? Would you trade everything for someone who might not even human, who might not be a human? Because this isn't just a love story, it's a warning. Next time you match with a fine babe online who never eats, never sleeps, and her skin always wet, run for your life before she makes you fall in love with a ghost. Bye bye. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share and tag any of your friends. Share it to your friends that is madly in love with something they don't understand. See you. What are the lessons behind this? Is even the scammers can be scammed. Even the scammers can fall in love. They're realizing that money is not everything. See you in our next video. Bye bye. Love you all. Mwah.